Some people claim that Neoverse is just a rip-off of Slay the Spire with boobies. I'm going to make it crystal clear that that's not the case. Let's start by looking at the characters. Neoverse offers an agent, a paladin and a summoner, clearly very different from Slay the Spire's 3 characters. Besides, Neoverse offers these physics that I don't remember from Slay the Spire. When starting a game, Neoverse gives you 100 gold and a starting deck of 11 cards, which is obviously a huge difference compared to Slay the Spire, where you only have 99 gold and 12 starting cards. And yes, both games have you talking at the start of your adventure to an NPC to receive a reward, such as an extra card or additional gold, but Neoverse starts the conversation with a robot, while in Slay the Spire you talk to a wheel. It's not the same thing, guys. Once in game, Neoverse offers this map on a landscape oriented fashion, and I don't know guys, but the map of Slay the Spire is very different because it's in portrait mode, which is a huge difference. Neoverse has skill points you can earn with which you can buy skills. For example, get additional HP or more mana at the start of the game. Completely different to Slay the Spire if you ask me, where those aren't called skills but relics. It's not the same. No. Talking about mana, in Neoverse the amount is displayed in the bottom left corner in yellow, whereas Slay the Spire has it in the bottom left corner in green. Not the same. Same for the shield cards. The shield icon in Neoverse is clearly another shade of blue than the one in Slay the Spire. Debuff cards in Neoverse are generated from the monsters themselves. In Slay the Spire they originate from the player. It's very different. If you attack enemies in Neoverse, you draw the card on top of an enemy. You could argue that this is directly copied from Slay the Spire, but the curvature of the attack arrow is obviously very different here. You really can't compare these two mechanisms to play the game. Once the battle is over in Neoverse, you get rewards, usually gold, and you can pick a card. Slay the Spire has the exact same functionality, but Neoverse congratulates you on your victory, which Slay the Spire doesn't. This is a blatant oversight from Slay the Spire's perspective, by the way. But the point is, it's not the same, it's very different. In Neoverse, you can find on the map these data stores, where you can purchase cards, items and relics, skill points. 6 cards, 3 items and 2 relic skill points to be precise. I think it would be weird to say that Neoverse copied this from Slay the Spire, which has a vendor who offers 7 cards, 3 items and 3 relics. Relics, yes. Also, Neoverse has these chests to be found, and they contain treasure. And Slay the Spire has it too, but the ones from Slay the Spire are boring, because they always contain a relic. Neoverse's boxes sometimes just contain a card. It's very different. There are these labs in Neoverse, where you can upgrade a card or regain health. I'm not sure who in their right mind would say that they stole this from Slay the Spire, because there it isn't a lab, it's a campfire, which does the exact same thing. Another map feature is DB events in Neoverse, which trigger a random event, such as a battle or a treasure or something like that. I honestly don't see how this would relate to Slay the Spire, where events are indicated by a question mark on the map. To me, that's a completely different thing. All joking aside, this game, man, but it has some merit to it, okay? 2 things really, and not the boobies. Despite the shameless copying of the very popular indie game that is one of the most beautiful and successful early access games ever, there are a few interesting things to say about Neoverse. First, it has some well developed game mechanics and characters. Even though they duplicated everything, they did work on some original characters, and at least 2 of them are fun to play. The agent uses radioactivity, which is comparable to poison but with a little twist, to defeat her foes. The Paladin is the most interesting in my opinion, however, using both holy power but also blood magic, and she can swap between both a holy and a vampiric stance. It allows for some interesting tactics and deck building. The summoner, by the way, I found very boring and underwhelming. The second point that Neoverse nails really well is the difficulty level. The game is no walk in the park, especially at the start. It took me around 6 tries before I was finally able to beat the game on 1 character. This is pretty decent game design, even though there are some balancing issues left and right. Also, the way you build your deck determines the success of your run significantly, which it should, so that's a good thing. In short, if you have played Slay the Spire and you are looking for something new, or you're into card games with decent game mechanics and boobies, or you like the art style or the insanely cluttered UI, in those cases, get the game. It's not that expensive. But if you like the sound of this card game but haven't played Slay the Spire for whatever reason, go pick up that game. It's absolutely amazing and does everything so well. Tons of people are still playing it and it outperforms Neoverse in every single way. Subscribe for more Asian rip-offs. Thanks for watching and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.